Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 24th of October, 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, Wisetech Global's share price hit a 2-month low today, falling below $100 a share. At least there were no news stories about CEO Richard White yesterday. Wisetech's down nearly 30% in 3 weeks, including 5.8% today. Actually, I said no news stories. There was actually one story around the place. A former director of Wisetech Global, who left in 2019, accused Mr. White of intimidation, bullying and overseeing poor corporate governance, according to a story in the AFR. It's a story that just keeps giving. It's a very busy day on the market, really. Newmont's share price tumbled more than 6% after a disappointing quarterly earnings report on Wall Street. Newmont, of course, bought Newcrest. It's mostly traded in North America nowadays. HMC Capital halted its shares as it prepares to raise $300 million to put towards a near $2 billion acquisition of Sydney data centre owner Global Switch Australia. Fortescue Metals Group fell more than 3%. After quarterly production updates show tonnage of iron ore shipped was down during the September quarter compared to the June quarter. Brambles provided an underwhelming trading update. Its share price fell 2%. Reece Plumbing's share price fell 7.5% after it said the trading environment was challenging. It was worst performer of the top 200. Better news for furniture group Adairs, which said sales were stronger in the past 16 weeks. That triggered a 12.5% jump in its share price. By the end of the day, the S&P ASX 200 was pretty much where it started, up slightly at 8,206 points. Story number 2, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is in Samoa for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, and he said acknowledging climate change is the entry fee for credibility. He said climate change will be front and centre at CHOGM, especially given threats to countries like Tuvalu and Kiribati. The Prime Minister will meet for the first time with new British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. They're likely to talk about climate change, energy, and of course, AUKUS. Foreign Minister Penny Wong's also there. She said that she had grave concerns over reports that North Korea is aiding Russia, sending troops to help in the fight against Ukraine. Story number 3, nuclear power in Australia will take 15 years to develop, according to the head of the Australian Radiation Protection and Nuclear Safety Agency. Gillian Hirth's estimate doesn't support the coalition's claims a nuclear power plant can be ready by 2037. Ms. Hirth runs the country's nuclear regulator. She appeared at a parliamentary inquiry today. She did agree, though, that the Atomic Energy Agency has previously said new entrants could take just 10 years. Another fly in the ointment, the boss of the energy regulator, Claire Savage, said developing the regulatory framework for nuclear would take up to 8 years. Story number 4, Tesla's share price jumped 12% in after-hours trading this morning after the electric vehicle group recorded a surprise jump in its September quarter profit. Net income rose 17%, helped by more EV sales and a higher profit margin. Elon Musk, he forecast a big jump in earnings next year. He said EV sales could grow 20 to 30% on the back of lower prices and lower interest rates having a meaningful impact on demand. Telstra is the most valuable car maker in the world. It's worth about 1 trillion Aussie dollars. Mind you, its share price is half what it was 3 years ago. And story number 5, nearly 25 million Americans have already cast their vote ahead of the presidential election on Tuesday week. There's record levels of early voting in some battleground states such as Georgia and North Carolina. Polls still have the candidates neck and neck. One thing that seems to be causing concern in the Harris camp is the fact that Joe Biden seems to be a drag on her election prospects. She came out in the last 24 hours and said that Kamala Harris administration would not be another Joe Biden administration. Pennsylvania is definitely the state getting most attention from both camps. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 24th of October, 2024. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with the Friday edition of Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.